6, 9, 10. It's not 50 kilowatts, but it's 21 kilowatts. So that's right there. That's 5, 10, 5, 10, 15, 20. That's 3 times faster right now. And you can see it started out it went up to 40 kilowatts, and it's just going down. So that's good. You know, you don't want to charge it too damn fast. So that's a lot. I mean, it's expensive here where it charges slow. Well, it's 5,000 level 2. Um, that one's only 20 cents. This one's 3 times more. It goes 3 times fast, but it costs 3 times more. This one is 60 cents, 61 cents. And this is the first time it's ever worked. So we're at 20 kilowatts. It's already up to 10. I got here with 8.5. So just in a matter of minutes, it pumped up 8 miles already. So that's pretty good. Saves you a lot of time. Uh, you can imagine what the people in the Teslas, see where it says 19 people in Teslas, that would say 100. They charge at 100 kilowatt hours, 100 kilowatts per second. And so anyhow, um, so tonight I'm going to be a night rider. I'm the night rider tonight. And I drove just to check. I drove with my lights on the way down here, and can't even hardly. And they're halogen lights too, so they're probably pulling about 110 watts. But you don't even notice. You don't even notice that they're on. It's supposed to subtract like 1 mile every 10 miles you go, so you can't even tell. But I did take the mileage. Uh, by the way, we're in Lemoore, California, and the sun's going to be going down in a little while. I've got to run. I got to be up to the store before 7, and so this way I'm just going to get juiced up right here, because it's going 5, 10, 5, 10, 15. It's going twice as fast now. But when it gets down to um, when it gets down to say 7 or 8 kilowatts, I'm just going to go ahead and disconnect here and just finish charging up on level 2. You know, it's cheaper and I got to get going. The only reason I'm doing this is for the speed, and it's going to cost me about uh, 1 kilowatt just for coming in here. But it's a lot better to do it that way too. That way you know, it's like when you're driving a truck. When you're driving a truck, if you want to play it safe, never let it go under half a tank, right? And you're driving a 18 wheeler, you have about 300, 400 gallons. Some people used to carry 600 gallons, but you never let it go under half a tank, especially like if you're in a snowstorm. The truck's going to be running, you know, straight. If it didn't, boy, you'd be in big, big trouble out there in a snowstorm, because I've been caught in a snowstorm out in Jackson, Mississippi, out on the road. The freeway comes to a halt. But yeah. So just thought I'd show you what I was doing. There's nobody in here. Surprise, surprise. So we're already up to 11 kilowatts, and we're still pumping at 2 times the speed. No, 2 times the speed would be 10 kilowatts. So we're pumping 3 times as fast. What takes 1 hour would take like what 15 minutes right now. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'll have to figure that out later as I go along. But yeah, so I'm in Lemoore. I'm on my way down to Hanford, and so now I got to redo my whatchamacallit. Oh, car's turned off. I ordered the battery for this. I got I got a battery on the way for it, and but I took off the screws. But you need a special tool to open it. That's why this thing has lasted so long, because it's airtight. I think it's airtight. That's why it's lasted so long. I can't believe how long this thing has lasted through all the rough freaking crap going coast to coast, right? Whoever designed this, man, um, they need to share the technology. Well, it's in your telephone, right? But yeah, anywho, I don't know why it got dark right there. What's going on? Yeah, so we're up here in Lemoore, and I've got my shopping list. I'm gonna grab me some organic stuff. But I'll tell you one thing that's not on my list: organic tortillas, because that organic tortillas is straight freaking bullcrap. Okay, so there it tells you how much. I'm gonna go out there and show you what's going on. It's a little bit cold, and the sun will be going down in a little while. See, there's that car the other day that I showed you, that Leap. That's the phone number. I don't know who that is, but I don't know what this, some kind of government thing. But yeah, two. These are the only two chargers in Lemoore, right? One, two, and then this fast charger, and then they have one that's by that old Bank America that turned into a health food store or health store, and one of the things is totally jacked up on it, and the other one always has a car there. I mean, I should go by there and check and see what it's all about, because it's Saturday, and I got here. Every time I've ever been here, there's always a car parked here. Getting juiced up on this one, but yeah, this is the first time it's worked. So I'm charging on the high speed. This is called fast charger. This is fast charger. It goes up to 50 kilowatt, where the Teslas, the superchargers, the ones out there on the freeway, those are superchargers. They go up to 300 kilowatts. So there it shows you. It's pumping at 14 kilowatts, so that's pretty good. But it's kind of expensive. But it saves me a lot of time later on. It's more than twice as fast right now. So if I had to sit out here for, say, 1 hour, um, at this speed, I'd only be out here for less than half an hour. So that's a big, big difference. But yeah, it's charging at 14 kilowatts right now. When you first plug it in, it's up to 40 kilowatts, and you can just see the watt meter. I mean, the kilowatt gauge. I mean, it's just clicking. 8, 9, 10. So that's pretty cool. But you know, they say it's not too good to charge them fast all the time. I haven't stopped to figure out how many amperes are actually going into the module, right? It's got like, I think 96 modules, or it's got 24 modules, and then each module has, I think, 3 cells in it. And so it comes out being 96 cells. So each module is 7.2 volts. So, you know, divide by 3, that's how much voltage is going into each cell. I don't know if they're hooked up in series, parallel, or what. But the amount of voltage going into the amount of current going into the cells, um, you know, you just divide 400, because yeah, it's already down to 13 kilowatts. See, it puts out 50. So you just divide. It's basically 400 volts. You just divide 400 by how many modules you got, and that'll tell you how much voltage is going to each module. And, without having a schematic or anything, that's why I want to take that class. That class is $580 to start, and then $90 for each module after that. And the total cost on the class is $1,750, and it teaches you all that stuff. It'll show you the schematics. You can't learn it anywhere else. They're the only ones teaching it, right? And so we're already up to 80%. We're still charging at 12, so I'm just gonna let her do its thing right there. So yeah, this is Lemoore, California. This is Cinnamon Drive, and right down there is the police station, right in the middle of town. Then if you keep going, then you get to the Fast Trip gas station, which has the cheapest gas in this whole county, probably in the whole valley. So all that exciting stuff, and only one person in here. So right there, you see that big thing right there? That's Leprino cheese. They are like huge. They send cheese to the whole United States. That's where all the cheese comes from. It's a monopoly. I don't know if you knew that or not. That's why do you think everybody sells pizza, right? Who's making the profit? Whoever's making the profit off the cheese. You know how expensive cheese is, right? They got cheese for days. Thousands and thousands of tons of it. So, where's all that government cheese? That government cheese is pretty good cheese. Yeah, but that one there is closing down. They're shutting down in, I guess, 1,000. They got 400, 500, or 1,000 employees. Couldn't have 1,000. I don't know how many it is. Look it up on what you call it. But yeah, they fired or they laid off everybody there at that plant. They're closing that one down. And right across the street, they got their new plant. So I don't know what's going on with that. But I guess they're closing this one down because it's just too old. It cost. I actually worked there. Um, I worked for the trucking company, uh, Superior Company. They're right around there somewhere. They haul milk to this place. They go in between Artesia, which is Los Angeles. They go in between Artesia and here, back and forth, and pays pretty damn good if you like doing that stuff. I couldn't handle it. It just fall asleep, right? You take off like about this time, and then you're coming back tomorrow when the sun's coming up. You're coming through the grapevine, and that just puts you to sleep. But it pays. Where these people over here are making $125 a day. These people were making $300 a day. That was 20 years ago. And then I went to work for the company over in Tulare, and they sent me across country and ended up sending me up to Michigan. That was a trip. I didn't know where the truck, I didn't know where the showers were, where the flying J's were. I didn't know how to, nothing. And back then we didn't have GPS. Now with this GPS I got, it's got all the travel centers right in there. It tells you the next travel center that's coming up. Gives you all the information. It's pretty cool. Yeah, so we're already up to 13, and it's still pumping at 10 kilowatts, so that's twice as fast. So I might as well juice up right now, because otherwise, well, I can come back here and charge anyway. So it doesn't matter. I can take off. I got to get there before the place closes so I can grab some stuff that's very important, and we'll turn this back on after. Okay, and I'm going to see if this thing pulled out another $25 out of my whatchamacallit. We'll see. Because on the other ones it shouldn't, but um, we'll check it out. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Saturday night, happy Valentine's Day. Um, be back shortly. I don't know why there's no people in here. That's crazy. Usually if you get out and you start showing people, town action, what's going on, usually a whole bunch of people pop in. So I don't know what's up with that. But yeah, we're up to 13 and it only goes up to 16. So I'm out of here. So this is pretty nice. This is actually the way it should be done. Uh, you know, when you only got 16 kilowatts. Some cars have 100 kilowatts. Okay. But it's good experience for when when I get uh, a 62 kilowatt. Well, not 62. I'm looking at, well, actually, I do want the 62 kilowatts, 200-mile range. That's what you know, looking for. But like, if I put the 62 kilowatt in here, which I won't, right? I'll buy a car that somebody already put the battery in. And once you get up to 62 kilowatt, you can run the 40 kilowatt, which is twice as much range as this. Not with the degraded battery where it's supposed to be 24. It's twice as much. But once you get up to 64, it's so freaking heavy. That's why they got this one company, you know, that I'm subscribed to the company. Well, I could better get going. But the batteries are a lot lighter now, I'm pretty sure. And so if somebody modifies this battery, you got to remember these jokers are trying to sell batteries, right? These cars are freaking disposable. Just like they told you. It's true. And and so it's not about that. It's not about um making your batteries more range and stuff. It's about something else. Anyhow, I got to get going. This was fast. It charged this puppy up quick, so I'll probably come back here on the way out. And so this will be real good. And I've got to charge up completely to 16 kilowatts because I'm going to try to make it back out here. And actually, the wind stopped, so that's pretty cool. Um, but I'm going to see if I can make it straight across and then go up the hill. From here, I'm testing it out, and this will be real good because when it's daytime, I can actually, if I'm able to do this, then I'll be able to get right back over there and charge for free when I get back to Avenel. But yeah, you can see how fast it's charging. So when I get back here, after I go do my shopping, um, I've got to let it charge up all the way to 16 kilowatts before I take off this way. All right, so stay tuned.